Local drivers may notice a new Find Your Man Happiness sign with the wrong indicated exit along K-18 when heading east from Ogden to Manhattan. The sign says exit 301, which is actually the exit for the Fort Riley Marshall Airfield instead of 303, which is the Manhattan exit. The sign is from the Visit Manhattan branch of the Chamber of Commerce, who released a statement on Facebook after the mistake was discovered online. Director Marcia Roselle for Visit Manhattan said on Facebook, quote, "This is on me. I'm the one that signed off on it. I'll be the one paying for it out of my paycheck. No tax dollars will be used to fix this correction." You can find photos of the sign on our website at newsradiokman.com. Geary County Commission Chair Trish Giordano would like the decision by the Army to leave the Trooper Gate entrance to Fort Riley closed indefinitely to be looked at again. The entrance to the gate is undergoing construction by Major General Monte Roan after he announced plans to leave it closed once that is complete. Traffic is being rerouted through the Grant Avenue entrance to the post. Giordano noted that she reevaluated after talking to business owners who told her since the Trooper Gate has been closed, people have not been coming off post at lunchtime or to do errands. Commissioner Alex Tyson said it's usually soldiers manning the gates, not DA civilians at the majority of the gates. He doesn't want to see the gates closed around the community and also observed that mission and training will trump everything else that is occurring. The Army released a statement last week that the decision on Trooper Access Control Point is based on military training and personnel requirements. The Grant ACP, which provides access to the post from Junction City via Grant Avenue, will remain open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. The command continues to monitor traffic patterns and flow through all gates and will reassess the closure at a later date. 2 men remain confined in Riley County Jail following their arrests on Tuesday afternoon by Riley County Police. 35-year-old TJ Grant of Ogden was arrested just before 4:30 p.m. at the Riley County Police Department. He is charged with 4 counts of forgery, 2 counts for making or altering a written instrument, and 2 counts of distributing or issuing a written instrument, along with 2 counts of making false information. He's being held currently on a bond of $5,000. Grant has a previous conviction for drug possession in Geary County in 2013, according to the Kansas Department of Corrections. Later in the day, officers arrested 37-year-old Joseph Bruce of Nebraska on 1 count of theft of property or services with a value between $1,500 and $25,000. USD 475 is set to hold its annual back-to-school carnival this evening. Communications coordinator Matt Hoover details the carnival further.
Expect to have about 1,500 people at the carnival this year. Local vendors, not only from the Junction City area, but also Manhattan area. It's a free event to the public. Community members and all that are able to come out and get carnival games, face painting, free prizes, free food, have some live performances and stuff. So it's always a good time.
Hoover says the event is always popular with the community.
If you're out there in the community and want to have your kiddos come take part in some face painting and balloon twisties and free prizes and free food, it's always a good time.
Carnival will be at Junction City High School from 6 to 9 p.m. A new World War I exhibit called Life in the Trenches is on display at the Oz Museum in Wamego that focuses on the experiences of Kansans and veterans who fought in the war, who fought in the trenches during World War I. The exhibit has interactive elements and shares personal stories of Kansans who survived the war and went on to make contributions in various fields. Museum curator Chris Glasgow discussed the exhibit further.
We have the World War I exhibit, Life in the Trenches, currently on display at the main gallery at the Columbian Theater. It is a travel exhibit from the Salina Museum. It's a great way to learn more, not only about World War I in general, but specifically what it was like to fight and live in the trenches.
The exhibit will be on display until September. It'll be at the Oz Museum until that time. More on the day's headlines can be found at our website, newsradiokman.com and themercury.com.
Good morning, I'm Troy Coverdale with your sports headlines as K-Man's Morning News continues. K-State football open for business for the season. Yesterday marked report day, and this morning the Cats will work out as the calendar flips to the 30-day mark ahead of the first game of the year. Coach Chris Kleiman will be meeting with the media to start next week as K-State is set to open on the 31st against UT Martin. Freddie Fermin launched a 2-run homer among his 4 hits as the Royals pounded the White Sox 10-3 extending Chicago's franchise record losing streak to 17 games. The young catcher boosted the Royals to an early lead in the first.
Thorpe delivers. Fermin smacks it deep in the air, left center field. Vargas races back, looks up, it's gone! Freddie Fermin delivers a 2-run homer into the second row of bleachers in left.
Vinny Pasquantino added a 2-run shot and finished the day with 3 RBI. Salvador Perez added 3 hits and drove in a pair of runs as the Royals won their 3rd straight. And Major League batting leader Bobby Witt Jr. extended his hitting streak to 13 games with a pair of infield singles. His average now at .349. The star shortstop walked twice, scored 3 runs, and stole his 24th base. The loss for the White Sox, meanwhile, marks the longest losing streak by an MLB team in 3 seasons. Arizona dropped 17 straight in 2021. Katie Ledecky proved again she's a sure bet in swimming's longest event, romping to the 7th Olympic gold medal of her brilliant career and her 12th medal overall, with a runaway victory in the 1,500-meter freestyle at the Paris Games. The 27-year-old tied fellow Americans Dana Torres, Natalie Coughlin, and Jenny Thompson for most medals ever by a female swimmer.
I try not to really dwell on history or the magnitude of things. Again, I'll just let you guys do that. But yeah, I mean, those women that I'm up there with now, they're people that I've looked up to for so many years. I consider many of them friends, supporters, people that I was watching swim when I was just starting out in the sport. So that's very special to me to share that with them, and they've definitely inspired me.
She's expected to compete in the final of the 4x200 freestyle relay today, and then will go for her 4th straight gold medal in the 800 freestyle. The preliminaries in that event set for Friday morning. The final will follow Saturday. Trinity Rodman and Corbin Albert both scored as the U.S. remained unbeaten on the soccer pitch with a 2-1 win over Australia. Concluding the group stage, the Americans are through to the quarterfinals to face Japan on Saturday in Paris. The U.S. men's basketball team clinched a trip to the quarterfinals by beating South Sudan 103-86. Bam Adebayo scored 18. Kevin Durant 14 for the Americans, who took control with a 25-4 run in the first half. And back around to football. The NFL preseason opening tonight. The Bears meet Houston in Canton for the annual Hall of Fame game with the kickoff just after 7 o'clock. Royals baseball tonight on News Radio KMAN. Our coverage to begin at 5 as the Royals open a series with the Detroit Tigers in the Motor City. The game this afternoon to lead into that coverage beginning at 4 on KMAN.